Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We have a new backdrop here. If you can, let me know down in the comments, do you like this backdrop better than what I have been doing? The last video I filmed, I had like a brick wall background and I didn't really like it. I don't think things showed up as good as they could. I think it looked a little bit industrial. I don't know, I just didn't think it vibed with what I do on my channel. I don't know, but I'm really loving this one here, this pink and white mixture. If you love it, can you please let me know down in the comments, because I need to find a background that I'm happy with, so I can stop driving my husband crazy to continue to change this backdrop for me. So anywho, welcome back again. Like I said, today I want to talk about a subject that I love because it is summertime, and with summertime everybody wants to look tan. When we're tan, sometimes we just feel better, and it used to be years ago people would say, oh, you're so tan, you must be so healthy, or it's so healthy, a healthy glow. It's really not healthy to get your tan from the sun or from a sunbed. It really is not healthy. You can get sun cancer, wrinkles, sunspots, just a plethora of things that, if you've watched this channel, I give lectures continuously about how bad the sun actually can be for you. I do own a pool. I love to be outside. However, I do use sunscreen from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. I really am faithful with it. But I do like to be tan. So I want to talk about self-tanners today and how you can use some of my techniques to get the best self-tan that you can possibly get. It used to be way back when self-tanners first came out, they were orange. Everybody was orange, or you looked like you had jaundice, or the way that it was formulated, everybody was getting streaks on their body. You could tell a self-tan, it was a dead giveaway. You could tell a mile away that somebody had gotten a self-tan, and it really never looked good. However, they have perfected them, I'm happy to say, and you can get a wonderful glow at home in a safe fashion. It's much cheaper than going to get a spray tan, although we will talk about a spray tan because I do have one of those as well. But the first thing you want to do when you give yourself a self-tan, and if you're the type of person who says, I'm not going to watch this video because I've tried self-tanner and it didn't work for me, if you could just put that opinion aside just for a little bit and hear me out and maybe give it another try. You might be very, very surprised with trying it again and using some of the subtle and gradual self-tanners, how you can get a really good, healthy look at home, and you'll be really happy. It'll make you feel good, you'll look good, and you'll stay out of the dangerous sun. So the first thing that I always do, the best thing that you can do to get a wonderful, flawless, at-home self-tan is to exfoliate your skin. I can't say this enough. If you can exfoliate your skin even a few days in a row before you want to do your first self-tan, you're off to a good start. There's two items that I like to use. This is a dry brush. Now, dry brushing is also used for draining your lymphatic system. Dry brushing is wonderful for you. You can Google charts that will tell you which direction you're supposed to be using a dry brush, because it drains your lymphatic system. It's a coarse brush. It's not terrible. It won't scratch your skin, but like you brush down on your neck and you're trying to mechanically move the lymphatic liquids out, I couldn't find the word, out of your lymph nodes and move them down along into your circulation so that they drain out of the body naturally the way that they should. And in addition to doing that, which is really, really good for you, some people dry brush every single solitary day before they get into the shower. And what a dry brush is this is with no moisture on, no oils. This is when you take your clothes off, you're butt naked, you grab yourself a dry brush. And you always want to brush towards your heart. You can see my dry skin floating. And you go all the way. And there's various motions that you do. But in addition to draining a lymphatic system with this dry brush, it also really exfoliates your skin, because it literally lifts up that dry, dead skin and brushes it right off. Because you don't want any flaky, dry skin, because if you do, when you go to put your self-tanner on, it's going to conglomerate in those areas, and you're going to get darker pickup of the color, and you're not going to like the look that you get at all. It's a bad look. You will hate it. So make sure that you either use your dry brush, or if you're not into dry brushing and you don't have a dry brush, or it's just not your thing, you can always go to your drugstore and grab one of these, or even Walmart. And this is an exfoliating little glove. You put it on, and it's not horribly scratchy, but what it will do is, and you just put your soap on when you're in the shower, and you just wash up with this. It's a great way to exfoliate your entire body. It's not going an extra step with a dry brush, because you put your soap right on here, and it knocks off all those dead skin cells and helps them turn over, and you really get some soft skin underneath. Now, like I said, if you want to start your exfoliation several days in advance of doing your first self-tan, After you exfoliate really well, you get out of the shower and towel dry off. You want to use a really thick emollient. You want to use a really good lotion to get your skin really, really smooth so there's no dry patches anywhere, and that's going to really help with your self-tanner. So 2 things. We exfoliate really well. There's also another product that I've learned about that I really love. This is called the ESPA Natural Beauty Inner Calm. It's an exfoliating body polish. There's tons of these on the market. In fact, everything I use here today, I'm going to link down below in the comments. If you'd like to pick up any of these, you can just click on my link. It'll take you right to it. I do get a teeny tiny commission on some of these products. It's not a lot, just enough to keep my channel going so I can bring you new products all the time. But this is one of the better body polishes that I found. And what a body polish is I'll put this on the back of my hand. This one has a little bit of color to it because of the little beads that are in it. Can you see those? They're not horrible. They don't rip your skin, but what it does is it gently just takes up those dead skin cells and they just wash right down in the drain in the shower. This one is very lovely. And different body polishes have different levels of grit to them, and you just kind of have to determine which one you like. That's almost like a spearmint scent on it. I really love it. It's very invigorating in the shower, refreshing. I like doing it in the morning because not only is the exfoliation waking me up, but so is the smell, a little bit of aromatherapy. So I do use that quite often. And I also will use this if I've been self-tanning several days in a row and I need to give it a break to get some of those layers of my self-tan off. This is a great way to start bringing that back down. And if you stay till the end of the video, I will show you how to get your self-tanner off your skin if you have an oops, because sometimes when you're first starting out, or even the best of us can sometimes have an oops, and you know what I'm talking about. That's where you get orange feet, or you get on the bottom of your feet, the backs of your hands, or sometimes we make an oops, but there are ways to remedy it that I'll talk to you about, but that's going to be at the end of the video, so stay tuned till the end and we'll get to that. Okay, so now that you've either mechanically exfoliated your skin or used one of these exfoliating body polishes, and you've been moisturizing all along, you get out of the shower, you want to towel dry off your skin. Now, there are several self-tanners that I am loving. The first one I want to tell you about, this is by Pure Romance, and this is called Cocoa Glow Tropical Sunless Tanner. And it comes in, you can either get it in like a deep or a light to a medium. I'm using light to medium right now because I'm not real dark because I don't go in the sun. Well, I go in the sun with self-tanner. I really like this particular product. It comes out white, and it has moisturizer in it, so you'd rub it on in a circular motion all the time, and you want to move rather quickly. But what I love about this is it's extremely gradual. You will not get orange with this product, I assure you. And it's very gradual. You want to do this over like 3, 4, 5, 7 days, and it will deepen a little bit more each day. And what's great about that is if you see that you've missed a spot, it's so subtle in the beginning, you'll know that when you go back to do your next application of this the next day where you need to touch it up. It's not like you can see it. It's not going to be a very distinct orange or tan line. It's just enough that you can see yourself because you know your body. I'm really loving this, and like I said, it has moisturizers in it, so not only do you get like a real subtle glow, it looks even better because your skin looks so hydrated and very supple. This is great if you've packed on a couple of pounds or your legs or arms aren't looking as taut as what you would like. Because it makes it look so supple, it really looks like you're toned and tightened up. It's a wonderful look. I'm really a fan of this. In fact, I've gone through 2 or 3 of these already this summer. So this one up here is one of my definite favorites. And I do apply this with my hands simply because it has the moisturizer in it. Now, the second one that I'm really loving, I bought this last year, actually, and I still have a little bit of it left. This is the Soul by Jergens. This is medium. This is a water mist. This is a wonderful product. I have had wonderful success with this. I did pick up a little bit of sun last year when I was at the beach. I did use my sunscreen, but inevitably I did get a little bit of sun. I put this on that night after I got back from the beach, and boy, it really enhanced the tan that I already had, and it gave me a really, really nice glow. And I love that this also comes in light, medium, dark. I think there's even a bronze, and I always shake mine up. You open it up, and you pump it out, and I'll show you what it comes out like. It's a foam. I'm just going to give you a little bit. And I do 3 pumps for each leg, 2 pumps for each arm. Now, I bought the mitt that comes with it. The reason I did that is because you can put this on with your hands. It's okay to do this one with your hands because it has a moisturizer in it, which means it has more slip to the product, which means you're going to be able to mechanically move this around your skin a lot easier than you are this mousse. So by using this pad, you're able to move across larger areas quicker. It's much more smooth of an application, and smooth is the key to getting an all over subtle glow that is not uneven. It helps you get right over the elbows, which can be a trouble spot. It helps you get right up over the shoulders, and it feels really nice too. But this is the quickest way to get it on, and this will help you get it on the most evenly. The only sun glow that I use this on is with this, or I have another one that I'm actually out of right now, or I would show you that I use the mitt with. Otherwise, I apply with my hands. The next one I want to tell you about that I have been in love with for many years is the Mary Kay Subtle Tanning Lotion. And what I love about this is, now this doesn't come in light, medium, dark, or bronze. This is just a one-shot deal. And this also comes out like a lotion. It won't turn you orange, and it's very, very gradual. And I love that because you don't look pasty pale white 1 minute, and the next thing you know, you get dressed to go out and you're freaking orange. You look like an Oompa Loompa, and it looks just absolutely terrible. This also dries down really quick, as does this. They dry really quickly. When you get out of the shower, rub these in, wash your hands really, really good, because you don't want to get it under your nails, particularly if you're wearing white like I am. You want to make sure you get it out from underneath your nails, and you don't want it like in the webbing of your fingers. By the time you brush your teeth, put your makeup on, you're completely free to get dressed. It's not going to transfer onto your clothes. You can even jump in bed after you let it dry a little bit. I would give it 5 minutes. It doesn't really say 5 minutes, but I kind of always give it 5 minutes just to make sure. But I've never had any trouble with it transferring or anything like that, and I don't have a huge wait time to get dressed. Just feel your skin, and as long as it's not tacky, you're good to go. Now, with this, it won't feel tacky, but it's going to feel real smooth. You're really going to love the feeling you get from that. Now, I do use a special one for my face. I was not a big fan of self-tanning my face, simply because I use retinols and retinoids, and I figured, what would be the point? It will probably just take it off. It would be a waste of money and a waste of time. I would be, a little bit tan, and I would have to just redo it each morning. So I decided I would give it a try this summer. So I tried a couple, and the only one that I'm sticking with right now is the L'Oreal Sublime Bronze. Oh, is this a wonderful product? What you do is, it comes in a dropper, and it tells you on the back, you use 4 to 5 for a little bit of a bronze. And if you want it deeper, you can do 5 to 7, just little droplets. And you mix it with your favorite moisturizer, which of course mine is the Mary Kay moisturizer. I do use a different one at night. But if I do this in the morning, I just put a little bit of my moisturizer in my hand, what I would typically use to moisturize my face, neck, and décolleté, but I do just a little bit less because I'm, of course, adding a couple of these drops to it. I put it in the palm of my hand, and I mix it up really well, and I rub it together like this, and I just apply it like I would moisturizer. I do a little bit right here on my eyelids, just in case I want a no makeup look. I have a little bit of tan on my eyes, and I make sure I get right in here and go right under your eyes, right up your neck. This will give you a wonderful glow. And, I have been trying to see how long it takes for this glow to show up. I would say in about an hour, you're going to notice that you've got a nice, good bronze glow going on with this. That's why I really, really love this product. Then if you go ahead and use it that next night, that same night, add a little bit more, you're going to look so sun-kissed by the next day. Really fascinated with this product. If you're not keen on putting any kind of, you could use this on your face. I don't know why. I just felt like it wasn't something I wanted to do. I think because I am so partial to the skincare that I use on my face. I'm very particular about it. I didn't want to add anything else just because I'm very results oriented, and I know what I get my results from, and I didn't want to monkey with that in any way. So that's just what I did. For me, you do what you want to do. Another thing you can do if you don't want to use suntanner on your face is you can also get a really good bronzer, and you just apply the bronzer around your hairline. Maybe you want to contour, and go down the high points on your face, just where the sun would kiss you if you were outside. And that'll give you a very safe sun glow look that'll look like you've been out on the beach all day, but you've kept yourself very, very safe. A couple of tips I have for applying your self-tanner so that you don't have an oops is, like I said, you want to exfoliate really, really well. Then there's certain areas of your body that you want to slow down. Don't self-tan in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, just don't do it. Skip it that day, because you don't want to make a mess. You really don't, because a lot of times you don't know you've made a mess until you're already out in public, and it's like, oh geez, you've got a big line somewhere or something like that. So the things that you want to really watch when you are doing your self-tanner your elbows. They tend to be drier than the rest of your skin. They're going to absorb more product. That's just the nature of it. So be very careful and just kind of feather it in around your elbows. Do not put a big glob on your elbow and attempt to rub it in from there, or it's all going to saturate itself right there, and it's going to look really weird. You're going to have like brown and orange elbow. It won't look good. It's not good. Also around your knees, you want to be careful because there's a lot of wrinkles and lines around our knees, and they tend to get a little bit drier as well. Of course, it leads us down to the ankles. This is an area where you want to be very careful because you don't want to go over the tops of your feet with a heavy hand. You just want to feather that down and around. Otherwise, they're going to pick up a little bit more of the color as well. And you certainly do not ever want to do the bottoms of your feet because that's not, first of all, not a lot of people are going to see your feet. But if you are wearing open-toed shoes and you got some bright orange feet, it is going to look a little bit strange. And it's just, why waste the product? And second of all, it would be very slippery if you put your foot down and you fell and took a spill because you had self-tanner on your feet. It would be weird to explain it, and it's just absolutely not necessary. So when you go to the bottom of your feet and you get around your ankles, just use the majority of the product at the uppermost part of your leg and work the rest of it all the way down so that you have the very least amount of product on your hands when you get to your ankles, the tops of your feet, and certainly not on the bottoms of your feet. So if you do have an oops and you do mess something up, or by some chance you accidentally applied it twice to the same arm, or you forgot to wash your hands, and super important, wash your hands the minute you're done. If you have a fingernail brush, wash them really, really well and pat dry. If you accidentally forget to do this and you find a big streak, what you can do is get a lemon and some baking soda. Mix it together in a little bit of a bowl, make a paste, and just rub it on. And just rub it really good. You may have to do it 2 or 3 times, but it will take it off, I promise you. Another thing you can do if you catch it very quickly is you can use some eye makeup remover if you get it on the backs of your hands. Now, if you wait too long, it may not come off. But if you hurry up and catch it, or if it's on your fingers or the bottoms of your feet, just use some of your eye makeup remover to get it off. But if you really need to go heavy duty, cut a lemon in half, squeeze the juice into a bowl, mix it, make a nice paste with your baking soda, and rub it on there. If worse comes to worse and you've just done it, jump back in the shower and exfoliate the crap out of your skin, and it'll wash down the drain. And next time you won't do that. I guarantee you won't. So I hope that you're being healthy out in the sun. I am so thankful that summer is here. It just seemed like it was the longest winter ever. And I'm so glad that summer's here. The pools are open. People are going on vacation again. The world is hopefully a little bit safer. And I hope that you all enjoy some self-tanner. I hope you've liked my tips. Please use your sunscreen. It's so, so very important. If you liked what I had to offer you today in this video and you found some value, could you please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications. That way you'll know every time I upload videos just like this one. And I do hope to see you again in my very next video. Take care.